Good afternoon. What a lovely Saturday afternoon we're having up here on the lake. Yeah, I've been dealing with a situation, and I'm tired of it. You know, um, you know we we've got 5 dogs now, and we make our orders off the line, and I'm gonna try not to blast the um the shipper because it's really not their fault. But they use this company called FedEx, and these FedEx people are terrible. We live in a gated community, obviously, and one of the things about living in a gated community, I guess, is a drawback. They have to come through that gate, but we've gave them the gate code, and they can come through the gate. Now, they've done things such as leaving our package out at the front gate, and we have to go out there and get it. They've done things such as throw the package over the gate, and we've had to go out there and find it. They put it at our mailbox, which is illegal. They, let's see, they put it in the parcel box that's there, which is only supposed to be used by USPS personnel only. Then they'll stick it outside our gate here, which, is fine and dandy, if they'll come and knock and let us know that it's here. But they don't even do that. So therefore it sits out there for several hours. And one of the great things that we have here in Florida is ants, and it don't take them long before they'll find it and get into a package, especially with it having dog food in it. And that's the last thing I want to do is grab a package that's got dog food, filled with ants in it, But anyhow, to today, it's been raining up here most of the afternoon, and we had a package delivered. Well, they didn't knock on the door. They didn't tell us nothing. We just decided, hey, I'm gonna get up and let the dogs out. Maybe this rain's slacked off enough that the dogs can go outside. So I come to the door and I look out here, and what do we got? We've got a package sitting out here. Let me turn this camera around so y'all can see this. Look at that package. Been sitting out here in the rain for the past 3 hours. And the reason I know it's been sitting here for the last 3 hours is because I just checked my email and it was delivered at 3:13. Well, I'm not one that checks my email every 30 minutes, so I didn't know that it was delivered. But regardless, it's at the bottom of the steps to the front door. They couldn't even bother, stepping up a few more steps and knock on the door. I mean, come on, FedEx. This is ridiculous. Anyhow, I had to rant about that a little bit. I'm gonna share this, and and for whatever good it's gonna do, I'm gonna let people know, just how sorry the FedEx people are. I'm sorry, that's just pure laziness. Take a few extra steps, knock on the door, let somebody know that their package is here. What if that would have been electronics, or something else, that could potentially be ruined by the rain? Or actually, it is something that could potentially be ruined by the rain. But nonetheless, I guess I've said enough about it. Y'all have a good day.